Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of 3 Yams, 3 Words. So glad you could make it today. Without further delay, we're going to get right in. With our first word here, king. The next one's going to be rabbit. Okay. Let me find one more word here, box. That'll work. So, king, rabbit, box. Let's see what we can do with that. Okay, I guess a good place to start will be drawing a rabbit. I don't think I've ever actually drawn a rabbit before. Never really had a reason to draw a rabbit. I like rabbits. What's the difference between a rabbit and a hare? Hopefully, my rabbit doesn't look too much like a hare. Let's see. A rabbit, it's got these big old ears. I'm going to try to make them a little bit symmetrical here. That'll work, I guess. What kind of nose? Little round nose. Rabbits have those cute little noses. And those big cheeks for... I think they store stuff in there. Hamsters do. You know, they put seeds and stuff and they have pockets in there. I don't know if rabbits... Probably. And then those signature buck teeth. Definitely gotta have those. Let's give him some big eyes here. That's looking kind of like a rabbit. I'm not gonna close that up. I'm gonna erase that. And this next part, I'm thinking king. You know, well, the first thing that comes to mind, you know, when you think of a king, is like a big kingly beard. So I decided to give the rabbit one of these. Just to kind of spruce him up a little bit. I think that'll work. And another signature to a king is a crown. So we have a king rabbit. What kind of crown would a king rabbit wear? Do rabbits have kingdoms? I wouldn't know. I was thinking, you know, something maybe that resembled a carrot, but I didn't want to be too on the nose. I also have to accommodate for these ears. You know, try to make it a little bit believable, something that'll stick out. No, that's not gonna work. That's looking more like hair or something. Let me start this over. Gotta make sure it fits, you know, fix on his head. That's kind of a... Nah, I don't think that's gonna work. What do crowns even look like? I'm not a king, so I don't own any crowns. Maybe one that's just covering one ear. But that doesn't look very kingly. It's like it was a mistake. Maybe I can try something a little less generic, I guess. Like sometimes you see a king's... It's almost like a tiara for men, I think. It's like a little gemstone in the front. I think it's a good crown that would accommodate these ears, though. His ears can just kind of stick out of the top. This will work. Yeah, I can put a little gem here and some more. Because you know a king's going to have it all decked out. You know, not just some piece of metal on his head. But now he needs a kingly body. What's a kingly body? You know, most of the time kings eat pretty well. So I'm going to start off with a round shape. Maybe give him a little robe. I don't know why kings wear robes. Is it a sign of leadership? Or are kings just cold all the time? Is it cold in castles? Did they have air conditioning? You know, before everybody else had air conditioning, so it was just air conditioning, I guess I should say. So it was just nice and chilly in their castles all the time. That's pretty nice if they did have that. Pretty luxurious. I think I'm gonna make him short. So his robe's gonna kind of overlap here. It's too big for him on both sides. But I don't know if this will work with my other idea. Let's see. See how far I can get. But now I need somewhere to put his legs, his feet. You know, rabbits have those big feet. I could, I guess, put them underneath the robe. You know, show like little bumps underneath. But I don't think that's gonna work. Maybe a little belt. I think I'm gonna make him taller. I wanted to make him short, I guess, but let me give him a belt here, and then extend his legs. He's not gonna be too tall, but you gotta see his, you know, rabbit feet. I'm gonna fix his robe afterwards, because right now it's kind of hovering. But I think it's important to show his feet down there. Having the bumps in the, you know, in like the bottom part of the robe, I didn't really like that too much. I think this is looking a little bit better, and I think this is gonna tie into what I'm thinking of doing with box. So I'm gonna go ahead and fix the robe, because robes, like most things, obey gravity and hang down rather than float. I'm not gonna make them too long, and I don't want to cover up his feet, but there's something, I guess, that just got a little bit of flowiness to it, a little bit of wiggle room. It's not not a form-fitting robe. Hang down a little bit, but it's not gonna trip over it. You know, got to be a safe king there. Yeah, that's too long. I'm not gonna make it any longer than that. That'll work. So next, I gotta incorporate box. And, you know, there's a couple of different directions I could go with box, I guess. He could be carrying a box. There could be a box in the scene. But I want to do something a little bit, I guess, use the word in a different way. Not think of it as a square, you know, a cube, when we usually think of box. But in American English, you know, there's a lot of mileage you can get out of certain words. So, you know, rather than a box, you know, a container, there's also a sport. It's called boxing. So that's what I think of. You know, just to kind of think of something outside the box, if you will. I'm very sorry. But so not only is this a rabbit king, but he's a boxing champion, I guess, in his rabbit kingdom. I don't know if he's an actual king. Maybe he's just a boxing rabbit, and his like persona in the boxing ring is as a king. So he's not an actual king. Like, all of these are just props. So he's not actual royalty. Or maybe he is. Maybe he's secretly royalty, but wanted to be a boxer, and so that's what he's doing full time. Or he's doing both. I mean, who's gonna fight the king of, you know, of your land and actually try to beat him in a fight? It might get you in trouble. I'm not gonna say, you know, what kings usually do to their subjects whenever they're out of line, but it's usually not pretty. So I wouldn't want to fight him and try to win. So he probably is the champion if he's the king. Decided to make his robe, you know, a little bit open, where his arms are kind of busting out. Look kind of muscular, intimidating that way. Can rabbits even be intimidating? I guess they have to in the wild, maybe. I'm not sure. I've never seen a really intimidating rabbit. I'm not intimidated by rabbits. But that's okay if you are. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. They got those teeth, so, you know, maybe they could be pretty dangerous. Anyway, this is where I'm going to end this drawing off here today. I hope you enjoyed the video. If so, give it a like. If you haven't already, subscribe to the channel to see when I upload. I encourage you, you know, use these words, come up with your own drawing, or get your own random words and draw something else. Let me know how it goes in the comments. I'm still a fairly new channel, so if you have any suggestions about what would make the channel better or types of drawings you would like to see, go ahead and leave me a comment. Let me know. I appreciate you watching, making it through to the very end. Share it with your friends, and I'll see you next time.